Good morning, everybody. We are close to the end, hopefully. We still haven't fixed my header yet, but it's working just fine in the wheat, so we're going to leave it as is for the time being. I just realized I didn't film anything this morning on it, but let's take a quick look. So this right here is half of our P-auger, or cross auger, whatever you want to call it. It really helps with the draper to bring bushy crops to the center. And as you can see, we've had to do a repair job before where you cut and add that insert, or not insert, but weld on. God, I hate doing double words. But from what I can tell, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but that guy got slightly worn and turned, and I believe it bound, and it probably bound when it was level. And then what I believe happened is it pulled this bearing out of the plates, and it was riding on the locking collar, which took a fair bit of wear. Bearing's still good though. And then that eventually got bound probably the next time Dad lifted the header, because it's in flex, the end would have dropped. Sorry, so then when Dad goes to put the header back, I believe this would have bound up and it would have broken that shaft. Well, normally Devin would have just did this, but because that only lasted 2 years, and I think a big part of that is we're using the contour buddies now, so you're always in float mode and they're always bumping about. I think we got to get used to, probably best to run these in with the P-auger. There's a valve on the FD1s and 2s where you can stop the P-auger from turning. Probably get in the habit of running both headers like that, just with a stationary cross auger when we're doing cereals, and possibly lentils, because they're so short they would never get up to that. And because this has failed in the past, I didn't want to do the same fix, even though I'm really hoping to be upgrading the header this winter. So I have a new kit. It's supposed to be a lot better. It's probably about 50% more cost, but it should be a permanent fix, and then at least who's ever getting it knows it's right. And if we end up having to hang on to the header for another year, we know it's right. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is October 1st. Yes, October. And as you can see, or hopefully see, she is foggy. Very, very foggy. So where I am, Carlisle's about 3 kilometers that way. There's a house over there. There's a house there. There's 4 bins there that you can't even see. There's a yard over there that's even closer, and you can just make out the outline of the trees going down the lane. Yeah, it's 100% humidity. You can feel it on your face and your hands. My camera hand is getting cold. Getting way off topic because the coffee hasn't kicked in yet and my mind's kind of mush still. But this should be, I don't have any wood to knock on, should be our last day combining. All we have is this quarter on the other side of the road left, and that's canola. And there's it's kind of like a 90-acre parcel, and then a 20, I think that one's actually 32, and then little 12 on the other side of the run there. That's it. And I don't think it'll set any records, not even close. Well, Dad went and did a quick strip. You can see over there. maybe. And he said, yeah, it was fine going one way, and it seems like all the canolas lean to the east this year, probably from the wind. Said it worked okay, but then he turned around, tried coming back, he couldn't go 10 feet. So our solution to only having the auger on one side is to yank it off completely. You'll see, that's hard to see on Doug's there. Doug's has it, well that's Dad's, but Doug's driving it. Yeah, on mine, we didn't have time to do the, so what we gotta do is, whoa, I'm zoomed in. Yeah, we gotta, you can see where we had to cut and re-weld. I got the whole kit, but it's got upgraded guts to it, I guess. Hopefully that makes a difference. Hopefully for the next person, because I'm really hoping that that I'm upgraded to that and a 40-foot header. So this is it. This is the last day of harvest 2022, hopefully, barring other breakdowns, mistakes, unforeseen circumstances, and adverse weather. But sun's out, it's warm, it's breezy. We got 130 acres to go. So we're gonna try. I should note, these P augers, cross augers, I think the technical term is an upper cross auger. They do work really well. It's just that this hinge point in the middle seems to be a weak design. Like one of the big things, it's a real pain in the ass to get onto that to grease. It might not look that bad right now, but to get this at the right spot, because this floats back and forth, like, yeah, it's a stupid design. Because, you know, that fits in there and that covers up that hole, and yeah, it's just a bad design. So it looks like, from what I've seen, briefly looking at it, because Mom picked it up for me, but I was looking at the schematics, it looks like a lot better design. Well, we're almost there, and it's going to be just in the nick of time. Not much for wind, so things are starting to get a hair tough. But we're down to our last couple of acres. That's it. We're gonna be done, finally. Except for, you know, a couple sloughs and low spots. Doug gonna go dump, or is he gonna go help Dad out? If he's gonna go help Dad out, that helps me out for filming. Doug finished his piece of the pie. Coming over to get one last little whack at the canola. We'll be done really soon. Uh-oh. He plugged her. Way to screw up my film, Doug. Yeah, she's definitely gonna get a hair tough. You can feel it in the air. He should be able to reverse that out. Maybe not. Why would you do that, Doug? Because you were it was gonna look really cool on film and everything. Instead I got you plugging up the feeder.
I hope it's just
it should reverse out.
Oh yeah, oh, damn it.
Yeah, those hurt every time.
Yeah, probably.
But no, I just heard the clutch start going. There was no bang, so should be fine. Doug sure doesn't get a glorious finish unless he gets to, he'll turn around and do that little spot behind him. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? They're squaring off for it. Oh, Doug peeled away. There it finally is. Pretty sad last pass. Usually you try and save yourself a nice straight piece. There it is. We're done. Just in the nick of time. I'm kind of hungry. It's getting dark. It's getting cold. It's getting late in the season. I got other stuff I need to do.